Alright, what's up guys, it's Tara and welcome back to another video. Today we're going to be doing a little something different. This is going to be a story time about Deadspace 1 and how I got my hands on it. Now, this is video number 2 of the day, so I hope you guys like this. This is completely new, and I'm probably going to fuck this up a lot, but that's why the power of editing. So, yeah, without further ado, let's go ahead and get into the story. So, I was around 8 years old, and I was in the kitchen, getting some food because my mom was making some good ass food. All right, and I was in there and I was just doing my little kid shit, you know, just in there chilling, watching TV because we had a TV in there, and this news feed popped up, and it was talking about this game, and this game was none other than Deadspace, and pretty much like how bad it was, and it showed all the gore and like violence that was in this game, and it's pretty extreme. But my mom was like, she was like, "Oh my God, like I'm never getting you that game. Like don't even think about asking me for that, because that's a game that I will never let you play." And in my head, I was like, "Dad," I was like, "Ugh." I didn't really cuss back then, so I was like, "Dang it!" I was like, you know, I really want this game. It looks sick." So it was like a couple months later. And I asked my dad, I was like, "Hey, can you give me $60? I want to go get a game." He was like, "All right." He was like, "Here you go." So I went to go get this game, and the GameStop was like pretty much right down the street. It took like maybe 10 minutes walking to get there, and I didn't really know anything about the RSAB or ASR something, the damn rating system, pretty much. It was rated M game, so I couldn't get it. So I was like, "Damn, how am I gonna get this game?" So I asked my dad, and he was like, "Is your mother okay with this?" And I was like, yeah, she's okay." And he was like, "All right, well, let's go." So we went and we drove all the way over to the GameStop. We got in there and I showed him the game, and he looked at it, which is, if you guys know, that's like the worst thing that, you know, your parents or your guardians can do, is look at the game. And he's like, and he goes and shakes his head, and I'm like, "Oh fuck." I'm like, "Damn, I hope he doesn't say anything about it." And he's like, "Does your mom know you're getting this?" And I'm like, "No." And he was like, "Okay, don't tell her I got you this." He was like, "You didn't get this from me." And I was like, "All right, well, I don't know who else is gonna get it for me, but, you know, whatever." So he gets the game, he gives him the ID, and or he gives the clerk the ID, and get the game, and I go home. So, you know, I'm ready to play this game, right? So I go home, and my mom's home, and I'm like, shit, I hope she doesn't walk in and see me playing this new game that she probably knows that she didn't buy. But I'm pretty sure she forgot about it. That kind of thing doesn't really resonate in your mind. Like, oh, I'm never getting this is on my blacklist. But I go to my room. I put on my headphones. Or I put the disc in. I put on my headphones because I want to be extra scared, right? Once I put it in, the loading screen comes on. All right, but back then, okay, you could wait until maybe 2 minutes. You wait 2 minutes in the main menu, and this cinematic trailer kind of thing comes on. And well, let me go ahead and show you that.
Twinkle, twinkle, little star, how I wonder what you are. Up above the world so high, like a diamond in the sky. When the blazing sun is gone, when the nothing shines upon.
Yeah, so my little 8-year-old, 7-year-old mind, right? I'm like, whoa, I did not sign up for this. I don't know what I was thinking getting this game, but I think I'm in some trouble. So I take off my headphones, and I'm back at the main menu, and I pace around my room a little bit with my hands on my head, and I'm like, oh man, okay. And this is a big deal, all right? I didn't play in any scary games back then. This was legit my first scary game. And I'm pacing around the room, and I'm like, wow, this is going to be bad. And in a way I was it was like a sick excitement, It's like sick. It's like why am I excited to play this and get scared, After taking a couple of deep breaths, I go back, I sit down, I put on my headphones, get my controller, and I press start, and immediately fucking jumps into the game. You're in this ship, and within the ship there's these 3 people, and I don't know what. Honestly, I didn't even care. Okay, I just cared about how bad I was worrying about how bad I was gonna get scared. After all that, the intro and stuff like that, you go down this into this little quarantine area. Okay, and that's already burning into my mind. It's corrupting me, and you go into this little room, and you have to, you have to activate this little thing, and once you do that, it starts this alarm thing, I believe, and it kind of goes dark or something like that. And at this point, I'm like, oh man, things are about to get real. And a couple of seconds they're talking about what's going on, and then this ugly thing drops from the ceiling and slashes this dude and just fucking butchers him pretty much, okay? And mind you, I'm fucking 7 or 8, okay? And I've never played a scary game, and this guy just got butchered. I think in this game, you can chop off their limbs, their head, their legs, all that, okay? And all of a sudden this woman says, "Isaac, get the hell out of there!" I'm like, oh, whoa, shit. And fucking I take off down the little corridor or whatever, and fucking and then this thing jumps from behind me, and then it starts chasing me, and I start panicking, and I pause the game, and I'm like no, I'm done. I can't play this anymore. I can't do this. I just can't do it. But so I get up and I start pacing around again, and I was I was breathing pretty hard. And then my mom comes into the restroom, because I have a restroom that connects to my connects to my bedroom, but it also goes out into the hallway too. And she comes in the restroom and starts she gets the dirty laundry, and she looks at me, and she's like, "What are you doing?" And I was like, "Nothing. I was just playing this game, and I just had to get up and get something." And she's like, "Oh." She's like, "All right." So she goes back into the other room, and I'm like, okay, all right, I gotta do this. Okay. So I sit back down, put on my headphones, I start playing this game again, and it resumes. Boom! He starts chasing me again. I take off running. He slashes my back. I don't know if that was supposed to happen, which I'm pretty sure I played this again a further time away, but that's not supposed to happen. So he slashes my back, and I like let out like a little yelp, like whoa! Like that, but like a little bit like you know, not exactly like that, you know. It was kind of like a scream, but not too much of a scream, because if it's too much of a scream, like, you know, she's gonna know that I'm playing a scary game and I probably shouldn't be, and she's probably gonna ask questions. So where I got it. But then you go to this elevator, and like I'm thinking like, okay, good, like okay, I'm safe, I'm good. And next thing you know, it goes, and like this thing freaking pries open the elevator, and like I'm sitting here screaming to myself like like that, and fucking elevator closes on it, and it like chops off like his little bladey arm things. Then you get to the spot, and it says cut off of their limbs, and this fucking body sitting there, and looks like he like drew it with his blood. And yeah, that's pretty much the moral of the story. I go down, like, you know, I play the rest of the game, right? And like it starts getting even more intense and intense and intense, and eventually it's like some kind of green room or something like that, and I just could not take it anymore. I couldn't do it. It just was too scary. And after that, I never played it ever again, honestly. I got pretty far on it, but I never played it ever again. Or I never beat it. That's the word I should say, because I have played it again, but I never completely beat it. But yeah, that's pretty much, you know, I did, like I said, I played it a long time after that, but I never got up to that point, because I don't know, I just never bothered to finish it. But yeah, that's pretty much it, guys. I hope it wasn't too boring. This is something new, some new fresh stuff. So if you guys this was kind of like a little test run, a little mini story pretty much. So yeah, if you guys like that kind of stuff, I have a lot more that's a lot more interesting than this. But yeah, see you guys in the next video. I hope you liked it, and it's been your boy Tara. Later.